For most people, tiredness is not a sleep problem. It's an energy production problem. And those are two completely different things. Wait 90 minutes after waking up before your first caffeinated coffee. Your adrenal system will thank you.
WhatsApp the word sleep to 072 702 1702 and we'll send you the link to watch the full video on Prime Media Plus.
The Frequency with Bolele
on 947.
Today I am a little bit stressed because of a friend of mine. And the question really is, how far is too far when you are in an emergency? Or does nothing else matter but you receiving the assistance that you need in that moment? So there's a friend of mine that found herself falling very, very ill. This was a while ago. And I'm remembering the story because now she's almost got like a bit of a situation on her hands. So a while ago, she found herself falling very ill. And it was in the early hours of the morning. And she tried to call as many people as possible to come to her assistance, and no one was able to assist her. And it was in that moment that she made the executive decision of calling an ex that she knew would be there come hell or high waters, right? She decided to call the ex, and as you would have it, dude came running, came to assist her, took her to the hospital, took care of her, made sure that she was okay. And, she eventually found herself being okay. Mind you, when she had ended the relationship, she had told herself that no, there are no doors that she will be reopening. She is, removing herself from, her exes, and she's just going to move through life by herself. Oh, man. And then she falls ill and she calls her ex, and ex helps her out. And it's a sweet guy, man. Such a sweet guy. But I sort of kind of feel like she should have tried to call someone else. And she said she called everyone that she could call, right? She called everyone she could call, but she just didn't get assistance. I asked her, did you call the ambulance? She's like, that's the one thing that she didn't call. She didn't call the ambulance. Okay, cool. So now this kind of gave her ex some hope. This gave her ex hope that, you know what, things could still work out between them, that they would get back together and they would, try to push this relationship thing, because she can now see that this guy is serious about her, and she is still hell-bent on the fact that no, I am not reopening that door. I just called him in a situation where I needed help, and that was it. And I feel that was very unfair for her to do, especially because she knows the position that her ex holds, right? And how he still feels about her. It, for me, felt like she was taking mad advantage of this dude, and what she ultimately did in that situation was wrong. And she says to me, would you have rather had me die? Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, no, of course I would have not rather have had you die, but I think there were many alternatives that you could have made. You could have called the security at your complex to assist you, or maybe the caretaker at your complex to assist you. There were many other alternatives that you could have used, as opposed to calling your ex and, reviving emotions that needed to be dead and buried, more so on his side. And you're now putting him through a roller coaster of emotions, right? And now, she was feeling bad, because obviously after a person has assisted you so much, you don't just want to cut them off and make them feel like, no, you were using them. Even though I feel she was, because you were not trying to reopen that door, but you made that decision because, yes, the situation was dire and you needed some sort of assistance. And now she is currently struggling with telling him that no, it's just not going to work. She cannot do this, and she wants to block. How far is too far? Was that the right call that she made? And how then does she then tell this guy that, hey man, I just don't see you like that anymore? How best does she handle the situation? And was she fair in calling this dude? No, man, I need you to help me understand this, because we're sort of arguing about this a bit, because to me, I'm just like, that was selfish. That was so selfish. And to her, she's just like, yeah, well, then you're saying that you would have rather had me potentially die. who is wrong in this side of acrimony? Oh, man. Did she take it too far, or was that a necessary call that she needed to make because she found herself in an emergent situation? And after having made that call, is it fair for her to decide that, yeah, no, I'm just going to cut this guy off. I don't want him like that anymore.
947.
You know, if there's one thing I'm realizing is that my friends love to put me in sticky situations. Like I didn't ask for this nonsense, man. I really didn't ask for it. But sheesh, we are here now and we need a solution. A friend of mine found herself in a bit of an emergent situation. Actually, it wasn't even a bit of an emergent situation. She was literally at a point where she was struggling to breathe, right? She's sending me a message saying, tell the extent of how ill I was so that it makes sense. And I'm like, there's nothing that you can say right now that is going to justify where we are right now. But cool. It was dire. It was literally so dire. She was throwing up all over the house. And in the midst of her throwing up, she was struggling to breathe, right? And of all the people that she tried to call in that moment that didn't answer, she called the one person that she knew would answer. And that was her ex. And he came, assisted her, and now we are dealing with a situation where this guy has hopes of them rekindling what they once had, and she is not there. And it's tricky. It's a mess. It's a maza. And she just really, doesn't know how to do it because she doesn't want to come off as rude and snacks, but she just also doesn't want to string this guy along and make him feel like, yes, of course we can make it work. And I'm just like, that was such a selfish thing to do. You could have called many other people. There were many other alternatives. There's a security downstairs. There's the housekeeper that is at your service. Like, let's try something. The not the housekeeper, the guy that takes care of the entire building. I'm forgetting the name right now, but yeah. And she was just like, hard for her to think of those things. She just thought of the one person that she knew would answer. And now here we are. Was she selfish in doing this, or is she justified? And how now does she let go of this entanglement that we are seemingly finding ourselves in?
Yes, because she knew that he would come to her rescue. And if a person like that still has romantic feelings for you, any knight in shining armor act from their end gives them hope. It makes them feel as though you trust them, as though, you feel safe with them.
100%.
And that's really wrong because, yeah. And no, because, when you're sick, I don't think, or when you in that near-death moment, if that was a near-death experience, you can only think to a certain point. So she probably didn't think of the other alternatives, mainly because she was panicking. And she thought of him, I don't know why, but she thought of him. Or maybe she had gotten used to him being the emergency contact, and her brain just, brought her back to that moment.
Oh man, and that's exactly how she justifies it. She says she didn't have time or the chance to think about all these alternatives that I was sending her way or telling her about. She just called the person that she knew would come and help her because she was panicked. She literally thought she was dying. You know what? My head is so hot. My head is so hot because, yes, in that moment of desperation, it's now caused a very selfish situation. And maybe in the call, she should have just made it clear that I just need your help because I am in a dire situation, but this is not opening the door for us to rekindle, and give the guy the chance to actually decide for himself. But to just go and cry, help me. Yeah. Knight in Shining Armor, of course, came to your rescue. And now Knight in Shining Armor wants to continue to be Knight in Shining Armor, and when you're not there.
Bestie. The besties that you keep.
No, please.
Questionable. Look, man, the reality of our dating pool, which has always been a reality, is that everyone has someone that's on the hook for them, Everyone has someone that you're hoping to see maybe one day you're going to be in a relationship with person and you settle for the friend zone, or you settle to be a helper, like the ex-boyfriend's case. You settle to be a helper in the hopes that, maybe there's still a little spark. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. She wasn't right to do that. Or if she had made it clear that, look, I just need help, I'm not trying to get back together, and he made the conscious decision to help her out knowing that, it would have been different. But now he's on the hook. So it's sad, man. But she must tell him. And then he must go on a tear. This must be his villain origin story.
Oh no!
Then must go on a tear. Must punish everyone.
Oh no! Then we have an even bigger problem, because now she's created a potential monster because of her act, because of her almost dying, and because of her deciding that the ex was the only person that could help her out of the situation. Do you see how complicated these things just get, man? Like, no.
947.
How far is too far, man? If you are on the verge of dying, and I'm so sorry to be laughing, and your people are not answering their calls, your calls rather, are you calling your ex because you know they're about to get you out of the sticky situation, or are you just, hey man, finding other alternatives? How far is too far? You call them because you know that they will save you in this situation.
Hey B.
Hello.
Tuesday. No, your friend is just selfish. She's downright selfish, because what do you mean you count on me when your life is at stake, but you wanna draw the line at us being together? No, I shouldn't play games. Like, she should have just called an ambulance or somebody, or her own parents. But you can't be wasting somebody's time. Like, she must go back and try once more with that guy. He's wasting the guy's time.
Oh, Siko, not she must go back and try one last time with this guy. Oh, Sana, now we are in prison.
Hey, B.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
No, man. Your friend is out of order. So out of order. But you know what? On a serious note, this is the reason why we have to lose our ex's numbers after a breakup.
I agree.
Not that we're toxic, not that I wish you any harm or whatever, or
100%.
ill fortune or whatever the case, just so that funny things like this don't happen. Now you've put yourself in this situation. Now we must ask us. You must ask us. What I must do now? But seriously though, I don't see any outcome being favorable to her, because either A, she looks like there's a family show, a bad person, or she ends up having to endure whatever that's this guy's hoping, and probably run with it. I don't know.
Nah.
But it doesn't look good for her either way, It really doesn't. And she really shot herself on the foot. I think the only way is just to rip the Band-Aid, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be that person that wastes another person's time or gets their hopes up for nothing. You know what I mean? So I think the best course of action, though she might look like a bad person, is just to rip the Band-Aid and be like, ish, my guy, I'm sorry, I was dying, my man. I was dying. And I didn't know what else to do. My life was flashing in front of my eyes. And yeah, I'm really sorry. But also, just know that when you're a dependable person, you see, so that your next girlfriend, she must know she will be taken very good care of. But no, not for me. I don't know. I think, could be wrong, but I think that's the only way Honesty is the best policy. You know, it's not just a phrase or just a saying or whatever. Legit, it is. Like, the truth will set you free.
No, for real.
But I need an update, B. I really need an update. Just please update us as to how she ended up having to deal with the entanglement of sorts.
No, like, it's so boring. It's so boring, bruh. Like, Sibatala, why are we still finding ourselves in situations like this, right? And I think what is upsetting me the most is that she just wanted to send a text. And I'm like, nah, dude. After putting this dude through so much and having him assist you, and he literally came to your rescue, the most or the least that you could do is at least have the conversation with him and make him understand. Make him understand that, oh, I was in such a desperate situation and I really appreciate you. I really, appreciate that you took the time out and you came to assist me. And I know that what I did was selfish because now it's somewhat giving you hopes. But you need to put it as nice as possible. You need to lay it down step by step and help them understand the situation that you are in and the decision that you are making. She might even need to find herself in a position where she is going to pull from why she doesn't want to be in the relationship, even though this guy has proven that he is dependable. But just to lay it down easy and make him understand that, oh, bro, our relationship, what we had was good. Whatever happened. And right now I'm finding myself in a position where you are the only person that could really help me. But I do not want that to open the door. And if I have opened the door, I am so sorry. Like, you have to be extremely sorry for him. You must demonstrate how sorry you are. Because you don't put people through that. You should not be putting people through that. No, man.
Hi, Bolele. She shouldn't have made the call in the first place.
Yes.
Because now she seems like she's the type of person that uses people, or the ex is going to take it that way. I mean, you're right. She could have made other alternatives. She didn't have to call him. So now the dude came and helped her, and now she wants to act otherwise. She shouldn't have made the call in the first place.
I 100% agree. And to be fair, she really is not a selfish person, eh? And I understand her panic. I understand the situation that she was facing. I understand that in a moment where everybody that you thought you could depend on is not answering your call, you're literally going to reach out to the one person that you know is. But I think immediately when that person answered, you should have made it clear that, look, I'm not trying to reopen this door. I'm just in a dire situation and I need your help. And give him the opportunity to decide, Also, now that we are here, for you to want to chicken out and send a text instead of actually sitting down with a person and have them understand where you're at and why you guys are where you are, I think is what is unfair in this situation. Sit that person down. Have the conversation with them and actually then have them understand clearly that, listen, this is what it was. And I am truly, truly, utterly sorry for having put you through that. Just don't send the text, bro.
Funny, fierce, and always in the know. Bolele is the main character, and she's got you on the frequency.